Hey, Benoit.
There's no need to shout. What do you want?
What do you know about this?
It's a device phone.
What do you know?
It's a device.
See you later.
Right.
Excuse me.
You well, stop one. Bernie? This is Ben. Can I trust you to look after?
Do your own, babe. Who do you think you are?
I am.
And may I say, you are on my medical wall. I look on it as a privilege. No,
Is. It will open his eyes to.
I'll
Show him around.
look what Nurse Gra.
Ah, yes. It reassures the public to see the.
So long.
Hey, Benoit.
There's no need. What do you...
Here.
Thank you, sir. What do you...
Well, keep it safe.
I'm right here.
Could you take a look at the client in bed number? His name is...
What's his
He's delirious. He's recovering from major surgery.
I'll have him up and about before you can say Lazarus. Hi, it's me again. See you. Hey, Benoit.
Yes, sir.
Are you ready with that?
Prime. What do you...
Use it on.
Okay.
Bonjour.
Have you heard of a?
He's in quarantine, doctor.
Marquet is just.
I wouldn't go. He has.
I have
What for?
routine.
What if...
I'll sign the certificate and.
That's cold.
Well, I've been institutionalized.
The what code?
Thanks. Have you seen any
Yeah.
a gorilla?
No.
How is the bear?
Well,
Is that against the?
no, but...
Don't you think it's possible?
Well, obviously. But who would go to the bother of this? It's not as if it... I checked with base to see if any bears... They told me to sit. I guess they're right.
Catch up.
Or if you see that bear... Rather you...
Marquet?
Yes.
You have?
Well. What?
I just want to know what I should do.
Seal?
Yeah, right here.
Oh,
Not. I never inhaled.
so. You were sent in.
Yeah. You could. What should I do with?
Deliver it to tell him that
What you have?
not yet. I.
Would that be Flap and?
You.
We've met. What about the?
He'll stop at nothing to prevent the reforging.
And
As for Gloucester,
they have geese in Syria.
as a seer. That's enough excitement for one. What are you doing?
Talking to this patient.
Monsieur Marquet, Herr Hagenmeier was the head.
Okay, I'd learned all I could from.
Ah, there you are, sir. I finished with your press...
Thanks, Bunny.
What's that noise?
It's all right. The doctor.
Are you sure?
Oui, monsieur. He showed me his ID.
There's no Dr.
He's an imposter. The door's locked.
Stand back.
I found Jacques Marquet.
Did he talk?
Yeah, he talked. For the very last time.
He's dead.
Yeah, killed in cold blood by a bogus doctor.
That's despicable. What kind of guy would pass himself off as a doctor and take advantage of a dying man? Was it Khan?
No, I don't know who he was, but it certainly wasn't Khan. He got away, out the window. Have you ever heard of the Hashi Ashin?
No.
Marquet said that they were his biggest enemy.
His biggest enemy was the bogus doctor.
Don't remind me. He had wild, staring eyes. I'll never trust a doctor again. Do you think the assassin was responsible?
I don't think so. Besides, Marquet would have
He was pumped to the gills. He wouldn't have recognized the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. I guess I'd better go back.
Which one, Rosso or Sergeant Moo?
I'll let you...
You have left it very late, monsieur.
Late for what?
Anything? I am closing the museum soon. You wouldn't like to get locked in. I can tell you, not in this gallery.
Why not?
It is haunted, monsieur.
You don't believe in ghosts.
Oh, yes, I do. It made a bet with it. When I found him in the...
Well,
They said it was... But on his face was...
scared. Forget. Hi,
Hello.
Have you ever heard of the...
Why, yes, it was a radical Muslim sect whose name became synonymous with murder. It was formed in 11th century Persia, shortly before the Crusades.
At roughly the same time as the Templars.
Yes, they gave a new word to our language, Assassini.
How did the assassins get their name?
From the legends surrounding the sea, a young man who sought to join the sect was given hashish until he drifted. He awoke to find himself in a fabulous garden. The freshest water, the most delicious food, the choicest hash, and the most
Cool.
I haven't finished the story. There was a...
Wouldn't you just...
The young man would wake the next day to find himself back. He was told that he'd been given a glimpse of the heaven reserved, a heaven he would enjoy for eternity if...
How did the...
Well, as I explained, the new recruit, they'd be instructed in the use of the dagger, poison. Then, the Grand Master of the sect would name...
And they'd stop at nothing to...
You got it. They were...
Does the cult of the assassin...
Take a look around at the world today.
I think you ought to know that the... It's true. I can give you...
Before the support...
I heard them play.
Their waste. The tripod is protected by...
Well, don't... Why don't you loan the...
Because I'd never see it again.
Well, don't you...
It's not a question of trust, George. That tripod is handled...
Thanks for your help.
You're welcome.
Don't open. Don't even think of. You'll be.
I always...
It is closing time, Monsieur Lobineau.
Already, there just aren't enough hours in the day.
More than enough for me. I can't wait to get home and put my feet up.
Eh bien, see you tomorrow.
Good night, Monsieur.
Hey, Guido! Look at this!
Quit fooling around. Get your ass over here. What the?
Let's...
And when I woke up, I was at the police. Luckily, I managed to...
Poor Sean.
What a mess.
I don't think so.
Yeah, but the...
No, he didn't. He's not the...
You mean... It was you who... Oh, hell.
Those dogs are more likely to
I just wish you'd... We're supposed to... But how come you dressed up like...
Don't circus.
Oh, rats.
Oh, I really thought you'd be pleased. Aren't you going to try...
I guess... Nothing happened.
Yeah.
The gem fits perfect.
Maybe the tripod has to be in a set...
There's nothing on the manuscript to indicate...
Oh, by the way,
Oh, yeah. I hope you didn't mind me giving him your address.
not at all. He was over the moon when I showed him. It's not often. He made a sketch of the knight's crest to take back. I believe he's identified the family who bear that crest.
I sure hope so. Lobineau exploded.
Yeah?
The cult...
Oh,
I have...
already?
Time and time...
Okay.
Hi, Andre.
Hello.
What's with the...
Haven't you heard?
No kid.
I just... So many other treasures.
A modern day...
Who knows? Hey.
Yeah.
Ooh. I didn't expect anything.
I hope you refer...
Oui.
What did you make of the man?
It dates from the time of the Crusade.
We guessed that from the temple.
It's a story and pictures like a...
What story?
I don't... It was probably produced for the...
Tourists?
Oh, oui! Pilgrims in their thousands on their way to The tourist trade is nothing new, you know. Ever since Joshua made a packet selling souvenir bricks from the walls of...
Have you deciphered any of the images on the map?
There's very little... The slang of the bull could be a reference...
Who's he?
A Persian god. Almost the only thing I can be sure of is the knight.
How can you tell?
The writing on the shield, the reference to Ave Maria. No self-respecting knight from Northern Europe would have...
Can you identify?
I already is a member of the De Vasconcelos family.
Were they famous?
No, they're not mentioned after the...
Oh.
The spotlight of history moved on.
Do you think the manuscript could...
Frankly, no. The manuscript is interesting enough and
Wouldn't it be terrific if it was a map, though?
a romantic notion, Georgie, but
Thanks for your help.
you're welcome.
Hey! Oui? What do you know about
Le Templier? Ah, on an island in the ship.
Wow.
No, monsieur.
How did you learn to be a juggler?
Juggler?
It's you.
No, I am a jongleur.
A jung...
Mon Dieu. A jongleur is an artist. In centuries past, the courts of the witty, erudite men to whom the monarchs turned.
Wait a minute, wait. Our enemies are at the borders. Thank God we've got Chuckles the Jongler to throw his balls around. I don't think so. That juggling doesn't...
Oh, perhaps you feel you
I'll give it a...
be my...
I had no idea. But this guy was... a lot more difficult than I thought. That's how... Still, it was my big...
Not so...
No. Look,
Ah,
a cloud.
no. If so, you would be a much...
For a moment, an idea capered, but fell down the pothole of it. Catch it.
Au revoir.
Hi again.
Oui?
Look,
Oh, you...
it was a bright... Hi again.
Oui?
Look,
Oh, you...
it didn't seem right to fry somebody.
Au revoir.
I had... Hello again.
Hello.
What do you...
Ah,
But he's blocking...
so? If he wants to block it?
You're a...
Ah,
So,
no.
he probably doesn't even...
Ah,
So, what...
the instant I...
Return to the state.
and spoil his concentration.
I'll see you... Hi again.
Oui?
Look,
Oh,
what do you...
it is the...
Wait. Does this...
Where?
Forget it. Does this...
You are...
Well, I was distracted by... Caper. Have you seen...
No,
Does this map...
you
No, I don't.
in that case,
Does this...
you
No.
you
No. This...
I do not. It is. And
I think...
some people believe.
Oh, that... Both of the people who had this before... And... Do you...
And my uncle Clark.
Look.
Au revoir.
I had no desire to talk. The matchbook... Hi again.
Oui.
Look,
Are you?
excuse...
Stop up! I did not
Inspector Rosso was...
Ah, yes.
It could happen.
Indeed. What do you...
See you later. Hi. Is it...
Who wants to know?
I could tell the old coot. My name's George Stowe.
The house.
This is the Devasconce...
And what business?
Look, all I want is to speak...
There is no household. Only the...
What do you know about...
Who wants?
Are you angling...
You have nothing that I want, senor.
The guy was obviously protecting the Countess again.
Tell me about the Count...
She doesn't receive guests.
You don't even know what I have to talk to?
She hasn't won the lottery, has she?
No, she ha...
A more cunning man might have claimed that she had,
Oh, yeah? They might...
and that more cunning man would have been kicked off the premises. The Countess doesn't do the lottery.
You re...
Adios.
I didn't like the idea of carrying the hose...
My hose has stopped.
Yeah?
See, my hose.
Well, I'm sorry to hear it. It's all...
Did you have any? See,
Well, I'm shocked.
very easy. I'm going to find out why, and that means going in. You are not, absolutely not, to go in the house. If you do go in the house,
I hid behind the armor.
hey, you. I know you are there. All right, you don't.
It was just a little, unless you count.
Madre Dios, who are you?
My name's George Stobart. I'm sorry to burst in like this.
You must leave at once. You're not wanted here.
Please, if you'd just listen a minute.
Very well. State your business, Senor Stobart.
There's been a series of murders, part of some conspiracy. Anyway, the trail led me here.
Here? There is nothing for the outside world here.
Over 600 years ago there was.
What do you mean?
This whole thing ties...
The Knights Templar are...
They had a secret that was so important.
I do not see what this has to do.
Your family had a strong I believe that they've planted some clues here.
Why should I believe
Just let me have a look around.
you'll be spending them? Very well.
Thank you. I know your family is involved with the Templars, but I don't know how.
You should be asking how my family were involved, Senor Stobart. The Templars ceased to exist centuries ago. And as for the day...
I'm sorry.
Don't be.
Okay, whatever happened. So, if the Templars left any clues, they're going to be...
Obvious.
So, what do you have around here that's early...
Early medieval. Well, the house is relatively modern. Or, of course...
That chess set is... It must be worth a fortune.
Indeed it is. Not that I would...
No, I wouldn't either. That's the sort of thing that gets handed down. Sorry.
Its value is less than you might think. One of the pieces is a modern... It was lost...
Nobody has any...
No. The children had it when they...
Children?
All in good time.
May I examine the...
Certainly. But do not...
Okay. Close up, the modern piece stood out like... There was something else odd. All of the original pieces had it...
my lady, I have... You! Why,
Lopez! What have I told you about feeding intruders to the dog?
but my lady...
Never without... Senor Stobart, if I find that... You will be... Now, I will... Follow me. Lopez, unlock... This is the only remaining structure.
Nice. What is it, a summer house?
A morseli.
Oh,
Come with me.
Hey,
yeah?
I do not know what you have told my lady to... But I do not trust.
You've got no... Aren't you coming in?
No, the dead do not...
was constructed in the 13th century as the final.
It's well maintained.
These are my ancestors. I come here at least once
Mind if I...
a while.
On removing the Bible... Hey! Close up, I could see that over a checker... Some of the squares had little... It was... Now what? Feeling like an idiot, I put... I couldn't climb up. May I ask,
You may.
what's the story?
Glass chessboard. Oh, the pattern on.
There are pieces of glass.
Oh, it has been like that since I was a girl.
The gaps in the glass chess...
No, it is ridiculous.
It's part of a chessboard.
Seniors.
This place was built for the Templar. It's... Is the Virgin Mary really the right...
You are showing your The Templars were
I think this must be it.
this. Am I to understand that and in all of this time?
It was wonderful to watch the...
Right! Well, no time for wallowing in self. This mystery has had a good luck.
All those years of fatalism.
Lopez! Go to the house and get my check! Oh, damn the game! Now, am I? This is
Don't get too excited.
Oh,
It's good.
happy?
You certainly know you're...
What's your opinion of it?
The Templars? Well, they seem no worse.
You, compared to the simpering politicians of the Hospitallers or the brutish, the Knights Templar were the filthy, money-grabbing French king and his pet, a bane, settled upon my family at the whim of that self-seeking.
It was...
Some things don't.
While we're waiting, I'd really like to know what happened here. I mean, the curse in it?
It all began at the time of the Don Carlos had already left their ranks.
Don Carlos. Is he the guy who went...
See, but he had reckoned without the local bishop. The bishop envied us our lands and determined to use the papal edict as an excuse to destroy us. Don Carlos was on one of his scholarly journeys when the Inquisition arrived. When Don Carlos returned, it was to find his loyal manservant slain and his children gone.
They took the kids? But why?
Oh, we will never know. The bishop denied all knowledge of the children's disappearance. But witnesses had seen his men kill the servant who had been charged to protect them.
What happened?
He swore he'd find his children if he had to go to the edge of the world. He put on his armor and took up his sword and shield and rode out alone. He was never seen again. Lopez, you have the pieces.
See, my lady, as you asked.
Por favor, Senor Stobart, would you be so kind?
My lady.
Calm yourself. I believe Senor Stobart's motive.
Very well, my lady. My lady seems to...
But you don't.
No, senor.
It fits, Senor Stobart.
Working quickly, I found which...
Senor Stobart, look!
What is that? It's not.
No, Senor Stobart. Missing for almost.
Wow. Well, go on.
I cannot.
Go ahead. Live a little.
Are you sure? This is
Sure, the possibility of death traps only occur.
so the curse of the Devasco.
Oh no. The Countess was thrilled to find the lock, but there's still the riddle of the missing.
Well, you can forget about that now and get back to finding the Templar's secret.
Actually, I promised the Countess I'd find Don Carlos.
You what?
I can explain everything.
You have got the odds for a withered old Spanish aristocrat?
The Countess entrusted me with the chalice and the quest for her ancestor's tomb.
You're as crazy as she is. Haven't you got enough problems? Khan and the Templars?
It's all part of the same thing. The manuscript pointed us to the knight.
What then?
I don't know. But when the knight and the... Let's take... I have...
Okay.
Hi, on And what do you make of this?
It's a 14th century.
You sure know. Thanks.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello?
What?
I'll see.
Hi again. We? Look, are you... Are you...
Waiting in prayer. A knight's tomb. Biblical references in I guess. A knight. Just think. A stone. The second. I was surprised. Carrying all that armor around. A stone. A stone. I wondered. I didn't have... Excuse me.
What do you want now?
Have you ever heard of the Hashashin, Sergeant?
What was that?
The cult of the...
What are you trying to...
That the clown.
I see.
Proof? I arrived at...
Pseudo... Leave the investigation of crime?
What do you think? It's over 600...
It looks it. I wouldn't drink from that rust.
Does this match...
That's a double-line Swedish with a crosshatch bird. Now, that's unusual.
Really?
I haven't seen a reinforced Anderson outside.
It's rare.
In this part of the world, there are only 3 places these are made. Taiwan, Manila.
Is Rosso here?
Yes.
Yes, I...
One moment. Stop officer.
Did he say? Very well. What now, monsieur?
Does this ma...
No, monsieur. God only knows what he claims.
Have you heard of Professor...
Molly Pigram?
I don't know.
So much for the... What has...
He made an... Do you know Pig...
I have connections with the family.
Is his name...
Of course not. That was the nickname. All his friends and acquaintances.
Don't you want to know what I found out about...
I told you, monsieur, that I have washed my hands of the whole...
Then I'll have to continue my...
No. You must forget the business of... Go back to being an ordinary...
Do you know a pair of thugs?
I have known those two since they graduated. Flap is a nasty piece of work. But, Guido, where did you hear?
I met them out front of the... Did you find out the idea?
I already...
I heard that the bomb victim...
Your sources?
He was a big shot at the Treasury. What? Maybe that's why you've been taken off the case.
I'm sorry, monsieur.
What was that psycho detective business you did in the cafe?
It is my theory that the passions evoked in invisible to all but the possessor of a highly developed...
I'm impressed. Can you bend...
I didn't think a man of your obvious intelligence...
I'm not mocking. I've had personal experience. I used to get ignored at parties until I read a book.
Really?
Hypnotism for fun. He looked at me as if I'd fought.
The power of mesmerism is a rare...
Do you recognize?
No.
It's the
The man who bombed the cafe?
The photograph was taken soon after the explosion. He'd escaped through the sewers, leaving...
Circumstantial...
You're not gonna try any of that psychic...
Do you find the thought of...
Let's just say I'd rather... I've got more doubts than doubting Thomas when it comes...
Too bad. I think you would make an interesting subject under control.
The day I let anyone mess with my mind... So long...
But I thought you might like to know. They found
Where did he turn up?
a little village on the Norwegian coast. The fish had made a meal of him, but the police pathologist had... Poor Molly. He had such dignity.
It's me again.
Hi, George.
Look.
I hope you're still...
Oh no. That was some feat. Abseiling through.
I haven't done anything like that since...
You were great. But next time. Did you learn about.
Oh, God. We were billed for everything we used. Most of my year turned to... I used to go... The only time I wasn't hungry was... I used to eat the...
You're making fun of me.
Oh, no.
Do you have a boyfriend?
Not any... There was someone. A guy. Neither did my...
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Tell me more about you.
When I was a little girl, they were the best times. My grandfather rolled cigarettes while my grandma... One day, he stopped his rolling. He put the lid back. I laughed and wriggled. And with his unshaven chin all scratchy in my ear,
What did he say?
he said, I don't smoke.
What a weird old.
Don't call my grandfather weird. I wish I was back in that cottage. Instead of this...
This is the chap.
I still can't figure out why the... After losing it for all those years, she's one...
The Countess is a fine lady. You shouldn't compare.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's something going on between you and that...
Are you serious? I found this. It's from the.
Never heard of it.
No.
If this was a movie, that's no use. There aren't even...
Oh well. Labino says that Alam.
Is that...
Yeah. Do you want to look?
No, Joe.
I.
Okay.
Hello again.
Hello?
Does this red? Do I look?
No, no. If I'd known you were a... And
What do you mean?
whoever held...
He had a point. So you're saying that if I juggle badly, but if I juggle bad,
You look like a...
I'll.
Re-
Hi again. We look.
Oh, you...
Hi again.
We?
I'd like to have another.
You have gone on a crack.
No.
Huh?
Allow me to demonstrate.
If you insist on completing your...
Okay, now. The juggler was speechless with rage. You could have mistaken him for a mime, and without a word, and left in a fury. Hey, you forgot what... But he didn't hear. Better still, the gendarme decided maybe he ought to do... The inscription was hard to read, but I made out there were 3. The walls seemed in close up. I could see it. My medieval French, maybe. The hook. The inscription, nothing hollow. That sounded. Hey! It was time. Close up, I could see the plaster was thinner where I'd broken. And behind it? Here goes. Hey! Inside the hole, I could see one of the cogs had...
In the beginning was the end. An end wrought by our enemies began our darkness. In the end will be a beginning. An end to our enemies heralds our new day.
Report. The military establishments are in flux. The end of the Cold War has left them with no clear goal and as obvious targets for budgetary cuts. We have successfully promoted a sense of betrayal in the upper echelons. They feel that the politicians have cast them adrift. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Good. Mademoiselle?
Governments are giving the corporations more respect than their own citizens. A groundswell of dissatisfaction and dissidence is growing. The corporations are becoming too large and complex for their own executives to control them. A blind belief in market forces is accelerating this trend the world over. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
The global population's belief in those that govern it has never been lower. We have inculcated a sense of immediacy and action over forethought and planning in all the major government. They are acting on hasty decisions that cannot be completed or revoked without appearing foolish. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Excellent. The tired old governments are dying a slow death from their own incompetence and our machinations. The millennium is almost upon us, and everything is in place for the rise of our new order. Almost. Professor, where is the broken sword?
As we discussed last time, with the loss of the manuscript, our search is as a corollary hindered.
And as discussed last time, you have been furnished with a dramatically increased budget. What have you been doing with our money, Professor?
We are working on the principle that the Templars, that is to say, our predecessors,
Hold on. These are the Templars?
must have left a trail when they were hiding the clues to the sword of Baphomet's location. I have a small army of historians and archaeologists ferreting out that trail.
I trust these historians and archaeologists are more trustworthy than your friend Pegram.
Pegram was loyal. He tried to protect the Lochmarn gem when the Hashashin came near.
And failed. And don't call that Syrian maniac the Hashashin. He's an assassin. Plain and simple.
That's not what he believes. He actually thinks.
Silence! Do I have to remind you that we have a sacred duty? A trust. When Philippe attempted to destroy the Order, we lost the sword and our power with it. Now we have the opportunity to reforge it. But time is short. We need results, not petty bickering, not excuses. Now, Professor Baphomet.
Yes, of course. My apologies. We will find Baphomet and the sword, manuscript or no. We have already found another element, actually within Paris.
Excellent. What is it?
Well, we're not exactly sure at present.
Ha!
But I have my best people working on it. You would do well not to criticize others, Eklund. At least I have not murdered one of our own.
Of course. That guy was the bogus doctor in the hospital.
Marquet was a liability. Eklund dealt with him on...
I beg your pardon, Grandmaster.
Have you any good news?
We already know. We know that Klausner had obtained the lead.
Well,
Syria. We know that he arrived, but
Yes,
I fear so. It's a shame.
I could hear...
this will be our last meeting in person. I hope that I don't need to emphasize. Without it, with the sword reforged, we will have the new millennium the next time that we meet.
There was a large circle marked around the circle. The light falling from above struck, and each ray picked out a letter. M-A-R-I-B. Marib. Now all I had to do was figure out what... Nico,
Who?
The Templars. I spied on their meeting in the catacombs.
And you saw the Knights Templar?
I saw a bunch of guys masquerading as Templars. They're after something called the bogus doctor was. The manuscript is. It shows the way to.
And how does the assassin...
He's out. These Neo-Templars, they're men and women in influential positions. Don't you see? Plantar was one of them. The assassin killed him for the manuscript, to stop them finding the sword.
But now we have got the man...
Yes.
So, how do they hope to find...
I don't know. They said something about a lens and a guy called Klausner who's gone to Syria, but they didn't seem to realize the significance of the very site of their meeting. You see, after they'd gone, I discovered a stone pedestal and a carved inscription. I set up the gem on the tripod, directly below a beam of light. The gem split the beam and lit the letters M-A-R-I-B.
Marib is a village in Syria.
Then the Neo-Templars are ahead of us. Klausner beat me to it.
You're not thinking of going there yourself, are you?
Why not?
These guys are crazy. That reminds me, you should...
Okay.
I'll send it back to Andre.
Do you think I should...
Syria is a lot...
Hey there, young fella. Speak you the English? Speak you the Anglese?
Yes, and rather better than you, but my name is Micho. Welcome.
Does the word Templar...
Templar. Why?
It does?
Yes. This featuring the roguish Mr.
Great. That's a real help.
The Saint television program featuring Mr. Roger Moore and a stick.
So all Templar means to you is Rod...
I only watched it for the stick man. He was better.
So I'm correct in saying that the word Templar doesn't mean much to you.
Well, there was the Order of Knights who were wiped out in an inquisition.
That's them.
Just how much information do you think there is?
A what?
From the medieval edition. We had it on the stand. Ask me what a feuter is. Go on.
Never... Okay, forget about the Templars for a minute. What do you...
Like the Crusaders? They came, they sacrificed thousands. How anyone can find them romantic?
So, this is your stand?
Oh, yes, sir. Though stand does not begin to do it justice. The finest in this bustling metropolis.
This is a bustling metropolis?
Well, not...
You speak very...
Thank you, sir.
Oh.
No, sir. Give Gussie, think noto. Oh.
How much are those books there on the shelf?
Have you any?
I think I might have a couple of Irish.
Then they're too expensive.
What do you think?
Excellent. I wish I.
Have you seen this?
No, sir.
What do you think of this, eh?
Oh, sir. What if one day, when I am a world-renowned
Are you serious?
in deadly earnest, people will
Yes?
collection the Rockefellers. But what good is a Picasso, I ask you?
You may have a point. What do you make of...
Well, beyond the obvious.
So long.
Who
Hello.
Hi there, handsome.
Hi.
Well, it certainly is a lot.
I was...
My name's Mrs. Henderson, but you...
Okay,
So nice to meet a friendly American.
Pearl.
Yes,
I was just...
why,
Do you know anything about medieval weaving?
I do a little needlework, but gosh.
It's okay. It was a long... Have you talked to the boy on...
Oh, you've met him? His name... Oh, he's just so cute, I could die. I'd love to...
He might not...
I'm looking for something ancient, you know. The poor boy was trying... We still haven't found anything.
Have you ever heard of a group of knights?
Sounds familiar. I remember. The holy something and the I read a little of it.
And?
Seemed like a lot of hooey.
So, tell me a little...
Me? Oh, well, my husband and I run a greetings card company in...
Akron? Is your husband around, Pearl?
Well, as a matter of fact,
I've got to go...
it's been a...
Hi, I was one...
Why, sure, son. The name's Henderson.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Henderson.
Hell, boy. I'm not in the office. Call me Dwayne.
Oh, okay. Dwayne? Have you talked to Nijo?
Nijo? He's the youngster on that junk stand. Yeah, we've met him. Speaks 4 languages, and he's never had... He should go far. Kept trying to...
You're not going to find much work.
I know that. But try telling Pearl. She reckons there's antiquities in them doors.
Do you mind if I...
Okay.
Do you know anything about...
The Knights?
Yep.
Nope.
Well, you knew they were in order.
What I know, and what I say. I haven't lasted as long as I have in this bit.
In...
Sure. The greetings...
Oh, Paul. I saw a medieval royalty or... She was looking in a mirror, but the reflection was of a man. What do you think?
I think you should be...
Does the image of a knight holding a...
Hell no. What would a...
I don't know.
What's wrong?
It all came together. What the conspirators had mentioned losing. The strange It's a lens. Do you think bulls have...
Weird question. Nope, I don't.
What is Pearl?
Oh, I run a group, and Pearl writes the poems. You ought to ask her to recite.
You're a long way from home, Dwayne.
Could say the same about you, Jory.
Me?
Well, I'm without a camera. Kind of lags to not take pic. Mind if I take a picture?
What? Ow!
You don't mind? The folks back home will be...
What exactly
didn't I say? Oh, yep. We're based...
Cleveland.
What was that?
What do you think?
It's a...
What do you make?
That looks old.
Sorry. Shake hands.
Wow.
Just...
Let's just be friends.
Have you seen...
Maybe.
I just picked it up.
Sure. I'm all...
Ow! Damn it!
There. Maybe I'll ask.
Does this
No.
recognize...
Oh, Count.
I had neither the money as I didn't see the point of going. Hi.
Hello, hello.
What are you?
Bike back.
What are you?
Bike.
Does this mean anything?
No. Nah.
What do you?
You bike. Nah.
Well,
Mo.
I wasn't hungry. Hi.
Hello, sir.
Does this matchbook?
Ah!
Many beneficent greetings, my most.
Huh? Do I know?
No. But, my friend, do you not see?
How frank do you?
You are.
Boy, you must be the worst.
No. I am told that is Sherlock Holmes. I, as contrast, am.
I can see
I am Ultar.
this.
Where does your heart? Simply mention the name to your obedient servant and.
Oh, well, I don't really want to leave Marib yet, but
Is good. You know where you are.
thanks.
Be having a pleasant day, full of